Novak Djokovic proved too strong for Andy Murray as he won a fifth Australian Open title in a punishing final. The Serb, ranked number 1, came through 7-6, 7-5, 6-7, 4-7, 6-3, 6-0 in 3 hours and 39 minutes. It was a third win over British number 1 Murray in a Melbourne final and brought him an 8th Grand Slam title. Murray, 27, has now won 2 of the 8 Grand Slam finals he has played in, having lost all 4 in Australia. "I would like to congratulate Novak, it is a fantastic record and thoroughly deserved," said Murray. "It is probably my most consistent Grand Slam throughout my career, but I just haven't been able to win." Murray, who underwent back surgery towards the end of 2013 and was playing in his first Grand Slam final since winning Wimbledon earlier that year, added, "I'm closer than I was a few months ago. I'll try to come back next year and have a slightly different outcome in the final." The Scot, who will return to 4th in the world rankings on Monday, had chances in each of the first 3 sets of the final but ultimately could not cope with the Serb's pinpoint returning and brilliant defense. Djokovic, a week younger than his opponent, did look vulnerable at times, hurting his hand in a fall and appearing to struggle with an ankle problem early in the second set. There were some concerned looks to coach Boris Becker in the stands. He stumbled on more than one occasion and required some energy-boosting fluids at a breakdown in the third set. Murray later admitted he had been distracted by the Serb's apparent physical issues and, just as at the US Open last September, he could not keep pace with Djokovic in the closing stages. Djokovic had made a blistering start, racing into a 4-1 lead and going 20 minutes before he offered up a first unforced error. It was to Murray's credit that he twice hauled back breaks to force a tie-break, but a double fault at 4-2 and a loose volley at 5-5 simply gave Djokovic too many chances. The 4-time champion clinched it when Murray netted a return, before suffering an awkward fall chasing a net cord early in the second that required treatment to his hand. Murray moved into a 2-0 lead but saw the advantage wiped out when a rejuvenated Djokovic strung together 13 straight points. Again, Murray fought back, a forehand into the corner making it 4-4, and 3 break points were saved at 5-5 on the way to a second tie break. This time the Scot would not relinquish an advantage, winning a gripping rally to lead 5-2 and converting his third set point. When Djokovic netted a forehand to drop serve at the start of the third set, Murray appeared to have finally gained the initiative after 2.5 hours. It proved to be his last moment to savor, however. Increasingly frustrated by a resurgent opponent, his second serve slipped from being vulnerable to a liability. Djokovic was now winning 75% of those points, with Murray screaming how many times as his advantage fell away. The Serb saw off one final moment of danger at breakpoint in Game 7, gesturing to Coach Becker to become more animated, but he required no assistance. Murray was a rapidly fading force, double faulting to drop serve at 5-3, and winning just 11 points in a fourth set that disappeared in under half an hour. Djokovic celebrated by throwing his racket into the crowd, while a furious Murray smashed his in despair. "I'm honored to be standing here as a champion for a 5th time," said the Serb after collecting the trophy from Australia's Roy Emerson, the only man to win 6 titles.